Hello, welcome to katimerayoga. Today, this stress management techniques, we going to using balancing postures to help in stress release. Some of you might be saying that how can a balancing posture help in stress release? In fact, I think I will feel more stress trying to balance in the postures. However, because how can you balance in the postures? You need to be putting your attention, your focus 100% in your practice, in the posture, in order to balance. Therefore, when you are putting 100% attention in the practice, in the postures, you will not be attached to your thoughts, your thinking mind. Therefore, indirectly, it helps in the stress release because especially for those who actually experiencing stress due to too much thinking, overthinking. In order to stop your thought, stop your thinking mind, you have to find your attention, your focus on somewhere else. So the balancing posture is the best way to put your focus and attention into in order to completely stop your thinking mind. So over here, I will just bring two simple classic yoga postures that actually work on the balancing. It's actually simple balancing postures. Anyone can actually practice. So we shall start with one of the balancing posture first. Okay, so firstly, this standing balancing posture is known as tree postures. For those who have been into yoga practice, you must be very familiar with tree postures. Tree posture is one of the classic standing yoga postures. So tree postures, you can first standing with the legs together, come to this mountain pose, known as Tata Asanas. You're standing on the one leg. I start from my right leg, grounding the right foot down by spreading the toe to grounding the right foot down. Then slowly from here, you work on bringing your left foot in the right inner thighs and open up the hips. By working on the left knee pointing to the left side will help to open up the hips. Then from here, you slowly raising the arm up and balance there, focus. Keeping the spine as standing leg strong, grounding the foot. Just focus at one point, concentrate. It helps you in the balancing. For those who can, then slowly working on the palm touching. But some people, once they're bringing the palm touch, they have problem balancing. Then if that's the case, you can keep the arms apart, which will be more easy to balance. And just focus. Keep the mind empty, blank. Don't think of anything. Just focus. Okay, there might be some people still have problem balancing. Maybe your leg is not strong enough. If that is the case, what I can suggest, you can start off still standing on one leg. If you can't bring your foot in your inner thighs, you can just bring it below, as long as it's not against your knees. Okay, so it's either below or above, but not directly on your knees. If you still have problems balancing here, you can, instead of stretching your arm up, you can bring the palms together in front of the chest. You still have problem balancing, you can keep the toes on the ground to help the balance. You're just working on the left heels, touching right angles there. And just hold the postures there. And try to maintain the body as still as you can over here. Or another way, you can either using a chair, that means placing one hand on the chair to help in the balancing. Or can also go into a wall, okay, using a hand to support. Then from here, Work on the balancing. Then slowly, you can slowly work on practice, bringing your hands away from the wall. If you find it difficult to balance, just place the hands back on the wall. So you can also walk from here slowly with the help of the wall or a chair. Okay, you can also put in a chair beside. Okay, hands on the chair stand. Okay, to help in the balancing stand. Okay, so these are the few ways for those who have really problems in the balancing. In fact, I have actually another free online yoga class that touch on the 3 postures with all the different variation and how you can actually practice 3 postures using different variation and also using the wall and the chair to help you. Okay, now next we go for another balancing posture. This is known as Warrior 3. Okay, Warrior 3 also a classic standing yoga postures here. Okay, I'm teaching you also one of the variation, a simple variations here. First is standing with 1 foot in front and 1 foot behind, with the front foot knees bending and arms stretching out, the palm facing out. Keep the arms stretched, chest open. Now keeping the right foot grounding down, the knees bending there. Then slowly keep the spine extending forward and left leg stretch back. Lift the left leg up from here. Balance there. Okay, if you can, then work on straightening a standing leg. But keep the hips squaring first before I work on straightening a standing leg. If not, just remain here. Okay, keep the hips squaring before I work on straightening a standing leg. And slowly when you're down, back foot down. Okay, what I mean by keeping the hips square, that means your left hips, right hips has to be in the line. Okay, in other words, don't allow one hip lift up. Okay, usually it tends to be, let's say, I'm standing on my left leg, the right hip tends to lift up. So keeping the hip squaring, okay, hip must be square. Then lift the right leg up and balance there. Only when the hip squaring before work on straightening a standing leg. If you have problem keeping the hip square, then just remain the left knee bending. Don't straighten it. Just work on hip squaring, spine stand forward, right leg stretch back. Okay, just work on the balancing here. And once you finish, and just relax. Okay, so in fact, this Warrior 3 also got different other variation going into this Warrior 3. You can also using a wall to help you and even a chair to help you. Take for example, you can in fact actually placing your hands on the wall. Okay, take for example, this wall actually is my wardrobe. Then from there, the hip squaring, then work on raise the leg up. Okay, so this is one of the way, or you can also using a chair. Okay, in fact, I've had actually another free online yoga class on my YouTube channel which touch on the Warrior 3. You can also check out what are the version on this Warrior 3 and how you can use the wall and the chair and even your yoga block to help in your this balancing at this Warrior 3 posture for those who have actually have problem balancing stand. Okay, if not, you can actually going with the version that I have teach you, which is very simple one to keep the standing leg knees bending. You just walk on, lift the left leg up, balance there while keeping the hips squaring. If you can't lift the left leg up too high until become a T, it's alright. Okay, even just until here, you also can. Okay, as long as you work on the balancing. Okay, if you can't lift it too high, even until here, it's alright. Okay, it's alright. As long you do it correctly with the hips squaring, while work on the balancing, the spine extending forward, while the right leg stretching back. Okay, as long as the alignment is correct, you can't lift the back leg too high up, it's alright. So this is also another balancing posture which you can actually work on too. by working with the balancing posture, it helps you to detach from your thoughts, your thinking mind there, so that you can actually focus your attentions 100% in your practice, in the posture step. So once after you have done, you can actually find the body relax. As you can also feel the tension relax. And also you don't have this crowded feeling on the head anymore, because your mind is not in the thought, in the thinking mind, as you are actually focus attention in the practice, in the balancing step. So hope today what you have learned can help you in your stress release. Thank you for your time, and please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and so subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not. I shall see you again. Namaste.